Good morning, everyone. We are pleased to introduce to you a new health series entitled Let's Talk Health. The series is aimed at providing information, guidance, as well as biblical evidence about specific health topics so that we can live a healthy and happy life in Christ. We hope that you will enjoy and share these publications, as the most effective way in bringing others to Christ is through His method. After we have ministered to their health needs, their hearts will be open to the gospel. A new publication will be made every other day, so stay tuned. Today is our first episode of New Start Sundays, where we will be posting relevant and useful information about New Start as well as natural medicine. Our topic for today is illogical intemperance.
And it says, every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in how many things? All things. So if you are trying, remember that sermon, I disagree? We talked about that we too, through Christ's righteousness, can be made perfect. Isn't that right? And so in that, every man who is striving to become perfect in Christ Jesus has to be temperate. Okay? In all things, not just in some things, but in all things, right? And notice what it says. It says, now, it's talking about these worldly athletes who try to gain accolade and they train their bodies just to win a prize. He says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Showing that to win Christ means more than just a worldly competition. Now, I want you to know what the definition of true temperance is. And this is a very good way. It brings it out. And I got this from Patriarchs and Prophets, page 562. It says, true temperance teaches us to dispense entirely with everything hurtful and to use judiciously that which is helpful. Okay? So what does that mean? It means that anything that is bad for your health, you need to leave alone. Okay? So, meaning, the world tells us temperance is moderation in everything. But you and I know we can't be moderate on crack cocaine. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, just a little bit. One day, We cannot. And I'm using sort of a harsh example, but you understand what I'm saying, right? We cannot be temperate on these such things. We can't be temperate in coffee. You know that, right? Right. So we have to leave all these things alone, so that we may be able to have true temperance in our lives. Now, intemperance could mean, it doesn't just contain these things, but when it comes to health, one of the most overbearing things that are readily seen in an intemperate life when you have adverse health is these: overeating. Okay? Overeating is tremendously bad for your system. Eating between meals. Did you hear what I said? It got quiet, didn't it? Eating between meals. I was talking to a young man who was working with me, and I was telling him that to actually eat in between meals is to eat emotionally. You don't really need it, but because your emotions are running high. And I told him, usually self shows itself through feelings. No principles involved. Do you get what I'm saying? So eating between meals is absolutely hurtful. Spirit of Prophecy tells us it could lead to death. Oversleeping, overworking, stimulus, narcotics, overstudying. Did you hear what I said? Overstudying brings so much blood to your brain, right? And you don't have good circulation. You don't think right. We're told that too much brain work could lead to intemperate thoughts.